So today I want to do a little bit of a different video. My buddy's here.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Morty.
There's Morty. He's here on vacation, you know, summer vacation. And I wanted to see if we could do a video to compare two of our favorite cars.
I'll tell you one thing. That is inspired from Dusty. When I first went for a ride along in this thing, I was like, I need this power.
When I first took Chris for a ride in Dusty, he immediately told me, what the fuck, this is what I want. How do I do this? What do I need to do?
Oh my god, this thing's a fucking rocket ship.
And it turned into what you see here, Sandy, which he effectively named as kind of like a throwback to, yeah, a little sister to Dusty. And they're essentially the same car.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple things that are different, but like overall, they're practically the same.
So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna run down each car and kind of show you what the differences are and give you an up-to-speed kind of competitive update to show you where we're going with each car and what to expect with the setup, because I think this is going to be one of the strongest, I'm going to call it Skyline teams out there.
Oh, heck yeah.
For sure. So let's dig into it. So this is Sandy.
The money shot. You ready for this?
I'm ready. Ooh.
Oh yeah. I took my time with this.
Yeah, if you guys haven't been following his channel, which I'm sure you have, you'll know what's going on under the hood here already. But for those of you who don't, why don't you give them a little up-to-date rundown of what we got?
Well, to start inside, we got the Tomei cams. I mean, other than that, it's stock. We got the 2530s, HKS wheel rail. I'm pretty sure those are what, 1000 cc or 1200 cc injected?
1150, so basically almost 1200. Yeah.
This is like the HP Logic Special. You got the Tomei fuel pressure regulator. You got the mag valve and everything.
Yep.
Some intakes. We got the HKS Kevlar belts. Didn't cheap out on that.
These are good.
Got the Koyo Rad for ultra cooling.
Yeah,
and
I got cheap stuff on mine.
And we got all new hoses because I remember Dusty had a coolant leak in the back.
Good
because
God.
it was an old hose. So I was like, you know what, screw it. It's like 150 bucks. Let's just get all the hoses and do it right. So hopefully, I mean, I cranked those puppies, so I don't want any coolant leak.
Well, you just took it for a pretty long trip, so and it didn't break anything loose or leak anything, so you're probably in pretty good shape. But you're right, Dusty did piss a lot, and it pissed me off in the process. So I've changed probably 25 to 30 hoses over the course of all of the leaks. But
yeah, I literally changed every hose. Like so far, I've driven this with this setup about 150 miles. We had one slight hiccup. Got a little nervous about it, but it was literally just the turbo outlet bung where the stock O2 sensors went.
O2 bung, easy stuff.
So
super simple fix. And you got a front mount intercooler.
Yep, got the M1 front bumper.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what intercooler that is.
It looks like a Blitz or a Pexi.
Yeah, I think Roberto said it might have been an ARC. Maybe he did say it was an Apexi though.
I think it might be a Pexi. Yeah.
Can't you tell? Like
usually they say something. Yeah, usually they say something, but. Either way, maybe the guys in the comments will know.
Yeah, it's nice to have. It's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's nice, yeah. It's cool, figuratively and actually. So you got HKS mushroom intakes as well. What clutch are you running?
Spec 3 Plus with an Exetti flywheel. I know you're running what the Exetti Twins is.
Yeah, I got the twin disc, yeah.
Remember when I drove your R34 and I stalled it in the middle of the road? And
yeah, when we were trying to turn in.
Yeah, you're like, go, go. I'm like,
get bonked. I told you not to stall it. God damn it!
Oh my god!
You're fucking killing me, dude.
I got really nervous.
So did I. That was scary as hell.
So after that, I'm like, you know, the Exetti's cool, but it's just like for like a daily driver aspect, it's not the best.
Right, yeah.
So like the Spec 3, Roberto says it feels like stock, and it kind of does.
It does.
But at the same time, it has that.
It's a single disc.
Yeah.
So it still has a very, very easy.
It's very forgiving.
Actuation.
It's very forgiving. The Exetti, it's all or nothing.
Yeah. But I think it'll still hold some decent power.
Yeah, no, for sure. We'll find out.
What suspension do you have?
The Tyne Teen, however you say it.
Teen, yeah.
Yeah, I decided because I was spending so much money at the time, and though like. Roberto said those are good coilovers for the price, so I was like, let's just go with that.
Yeah, decent. And then going into the suspension, you end up here with a set of Regas.
We got the Regas.
The Evos, not just the Regas.
Oh yeah, dude, these are sick.
These are hot boy. These are the ones I want for the 3-rotor FD.
Yeah, no,
so
they're cool.
They're super sick.
Jack's first in line if I ever sell them.
Exactly. Don't even ask. Nicely repainted calipers, repowder coated. They look
Rotors
really
from
good.
Jack.
Yep, those are Dusty's old rotors.
Yep.
Which weren't really that bad. They're in pretty decent shape. Those are actually Nismo rotors.
Yeah, mine were really bad. Like every time I hit the brake,
horrible.
the steering wheel would shake and stuff. So.
What pads you running? EBCs or?
Didn't you give me pads?
I think. Oh yeah, maybe they were my
pads.
EBC pads. Yeah. Yep. So those are EBCs. So those brakes probably feel pretty good then.
Yeah, they feel good. I think that I need to bleed them a little more, but overall it's good.
Then you've got a Gretty front pipe.
Yeah, Gretty front pipe with just HKS exhaust. We deleted the little mid resonator.
Mm-hmm. That's a good move. That makes it nice. And then you got obviously HKS high power in the back.
You already know.
So nice.
I know yours is a little different.
Mine's a little different. Mine is definitely a little different. In fact, if you want, we can kind of move it. Well, let's round out the interior before we get to that.
Okay, hold on.
Every time I look in this car, there's a nitrous bottle. What are you doing?
So before it got rod knock, I was actually gonna go fill it up because I wanted to do the roadster. But once this blew up, I was like, I don't want to blow up another car right now. So this is kind of just
for anybody who hasn't been following the story. His old motor developed a bearing knock, and well, we don't know. Either way, we got a new motor in now.
All that matters is she's running and she is ready for the power.
Exactly. So inside, not much going on. Nardi wheel. What's that?
Old logo Nismo knob.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Cheap out on that.
Old logo Nismo cluster.
Dude,
super cool too, because this is the 320 cluster.
That actually came in the car from Japan, which is cool. That's like my favorite part about like getting cars from Japan, because like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like there could be like a bunch of hidden goodies that are like actually worth money. I think that cluster, just that little one alone, is like $500-600.
Crazy.
So it's nice.
Really sweet. Well, I'm gonna do a transition now to Dusty. So there's Dusty's. You can see only a 260 cluster, but old logo Nismo.
Dude.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're slacking,
hey,
dude.
Mine only goes 260 apparently. Remember, did you ever do that? Like when you were young, you would look at the speedometer of a car, and like whatever the speedo said, that's how fast the car could go.
No, pretty much.
Yeah. So if it only went, in this case, 260 kilometers an hour, that's the top speed. So
but I will say Miatas go up to 140, and when I had the Rice Miata, dude, fourth gear pinned, only the fastest I ever gone.
117.
122.
Oh, that's fast.
And I was cooking.
Yeah, I think I did 117 in the Blueberry.
Oh, really?
GPS.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know how accurate the actual speedometer was.
Yeah,
but
probably not.
Yeah.
But either way, so now we got Dusty. Dusty's a little different inside. We got a little bit extra. We have the short throw shifter, the Nismo 20% short throw. We've got a Recaro SPG seat, a Momo wheel, the same Haltech gauge that Sandy has,
which
but
I need to take notes on because I need to mount mine.
Okay, yeah, we see how I got some craziness going in the middle there. And interior-wise, that's pretty much it. But if we go outside, it's a completely different story, and we end up with a completely different setup.
Carbon fiber doors can't.
Yeah. We start the exterior. We're going carbon fiber, which was really cool to discover when we first picked up the car. It's a really rare option.
That was another hidden gem.
Hidden gem. So really light. This has Nismo LSDs front and rear mechanically locking. Crazy. We got the Brembos. This is R33 Brembos that I actually got from Roberto off of Haley's car. Then we have the Rays VR G2s. So it's just a very light 17-inch wheel. It's actually probably the lightest 17-inch wheel I could find outside of the RPF 1.
If you guys know Jack, he is a weight weenie.
I am.
He's a weight weenie.
For sure. If it's not lightweight, it has no purpose on my car. So out front you can see we've got a HKS intercooler, which is just a hint at what's going on underneath the hood. And what we got.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Talk about old logo stuff here.
Oh, dang.
Look at these old super blow-off valves.
Oh my god, your engine bay is way different from mine.
It's a little different, right?
Yeah.
So, configuration-wise, we've got a stock 2.6 liter with ARP head studs, metal head gasket. We've got the Okada coil packs. These are really, really high-end They call them like Super Plasma or Plasma Direct. That's what they're called. They're a real high-end coil pack for this car. We've got HKS cams, HKS cam gears, a full HKS inlet system for the turbos, and some custom stuff that I had to build myself as well. HKS mushroom filters, kind of the same. And then, of course, I'm sponsored by Mishimoto. What do you think of that?
That's sick, actually.
Yeah, when you're sponsored by Mishimoto, you know, you get the good stuff.
I actually have this same setup in my car as well.
Okay, so we've got that too. Yeah, what cams do you have?
The Tome's.
Okay, so Tome cams, a little bit different there, but not too much different. Fuel system-wise, we're pretty much the same. We've both got the HKS rail.
HP Logic Special.
Yep, the HP Logic Special Tome regulator with the fuel injector Clinic 1150cc injectors. Mac valve as well. We're both running Haltex, and it's a pretty cool setup. This is 2530s as well. These 2530s were rebuilt and recored to basically a new center section. Nothing too crazy there. And
why?
What do you mean?
I wonder why you had to rebuild that.
Oh, well, if you didn't see it, I destroyed them at Adam LZ's open house. So, either way, turbos are fresh. Clutch-wise, we've got the Exetti twin disc versus the single disc. So the twin disc is, in my opinion, it's just a little bit more racy. It's a tighter, lighter configuration, so it's a little bit more rev happy.
Very grabby.
Very grabby, exactly. And suspension, we've got the these are Zeal suspension.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Zeal's a pretty high-end Japanese brand. I don't know if we can see them from here or not. I don't think so.
What color is the spring?
It's like a purplish color.
That's cool.
So anyway, that pretty much rounds out suspension-wise everything on this car. Not too much more to talk about on it. Fuel pumps, we're running twin pumps, twin E85 as new pumps. What do you got in yours?
Right now I just have a 450, but I think we're going to be running a dual 450.
Dual
system.
450s. Yeah. That should handle it for sure. So pretty comparable setups, and I'm really excited to see what we can do power-wise. We'd like to see 600 out of your setup.
Yeah, personally, I have never been nervous to go on a dyno. Like, ever. Like, I'm always like, let's go to the dyno, let's crank this up, like, no problems, like, I'm not worried about it. I'm terrified.
Now you're terrified.
I'm really nervous.
You want to see that power.
I do want to see the power, but, like, I'm going to be cringing when I hear that thing just going on the dyno because I'm going to be terrified.
It's big power.
I spent so much money to get this thing back together, and, like, don't get me wrong, it was definitely worth it because I absolutely love this car. I don't know if you've noticed, but, like, when you drive the GTR, do you feel how, like, stiff the gas pedal is?
Mine's, I don't know. Maybe you should feel mine and see what you think.
Mine is, I love it. Like, the stiffness, like, it feels like it's almost
maybe it's just because it's mechanical. It's like, got a good mechanical feeling because it has this big linkage for the ITDs. So it's a little different than most. You have individual throttle bodies on each runner, so it's a little bit different. So I get it. Yeah, it's a little bit more.
It's crazy to think, but that's literally my favorite part of the car. Like, my Roadster, it's so light. Like, you can just push it down with a pinky.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let us know in the comments which car you like and what you like about each car. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave it in the comments as well. Did you say you had a question for me?
I actually do have a few questions. So, I forget, when do your 2530 spool, like full boost?
Like 5,300 RPM.
5,200?
Yeah.
Okay, so like these kind of setups, are they more for like kind of like a straight or like?
I would say this is what we would call a mix or a response type setup. Yeah. It's not a big highway top end pull, but it is definitely a little bit laggier than stock.
I'm just curious to know how it's gonna feel like when I go to Connecticut and stuff. I really want to rip some back roads, but I'm also nervous because like if I'm in third gear, I'm just cruising, 5,500 RPMs comes around, I'm gonna be cooking.
Oh yeah.
So I'm a little nervous there.
Well, you just got to work your way up to it. Warm yourself up to it and get ready because these cars are definitely something different.
No, this thing at the time was the honestly probably still one of the fastest cars I've been in, and like I tried screaming when you launched it and I couldn't. It literally took my breath away.
It's a fun experience. This car definitely changes your perspective when it comes to Japanese and imported cars.
100%. These cars are just like so dialed, and just the way they handle and drive, they made this car so right. You know what I mean?
They really did.
They really did.
They're awesome.
I know the height. I know what the
You understand the height.
Exactly.
So let us know in the comments what you think. And stay tuned for more. We're going to be getting Rudnick's car on the dyno real soon. We're looking for 600 horsepower, maybe more. We'll see. Hopefully we can get to that level. But then we'll do some friendly runs and kind of show what the difference. He says Sandy's going to win. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention too, this one has a Mines front pipe, which is an equal length front pipe, and then a Tomei exhaust out the back, which is all titanium.
Yours is really loud compared to mine.
A little different.
Really loud.
Want to start yours up?
I do, yeah.
Start it up. We'll do a little sound comparo.
And mine's all warmed up for anyone gonna hate on me.
No Camry start.
No Camry start,
Okay.
definitely not. I like this about Japanese cars too. You kind of just...
Nice.
No rep limiter here.
Now let's start up Dusty.
Upright?
No.
Okay. You're good. Yep. That Tomei exhaust. Yours is a lot louder than mine.
It's pretty loud.
Oh yeah.
So there you go. There's the basics. Both cars. Let us know what you think.
Which one would you rather have?